Good morning and welcome back to Let's Play Riviera the Promised Land. There's not going to be any sound here because this is actually a re-recording of this, for the narration, I mean. Like, I already recorded the gameplay, and at about the end of this particular video, I realized, oops, my freaking microphone was being stupid and had turned off before I started it, which is weird because it should not just automatically turn off, but it did. And I was very angry at it for that. So, yeah, luckily the time at which I realized this was about 13 minutes in, so that's about one video's worth of me just narrating all this stuff going on. Anyway, yeah, now we're going to hide again, because isn't that what we already did the first time? But this time there is a twist. Lena is going to almost sneeze. Oh gosh, guys, that's just that's such a it makes the whole thing that much more difficult. Oh, so much more difficult. It'll be I I don't know how I did that. I don't know what I was thinking or what kind of awesomeness was going through my mind at the time. I just kind of did. Anyway, unfortunately, we forgot to put our take our hand off of her mouth, and now we're choking her. Anyway, some dialogue, and then we're gonna go through and do a regular old chest. And goes up then. A longbow, which was, I think that was what I was hoping for at the time, but eventually I realized that getting more longbows all the time would not be that great of a thing. And I was being like, oh hey, I just got a rapier and then a longbow, so now I have the exact same amount of both now. That is kind of awesome. And I am going to shake this tree because I think that there is a thing about shaking it that will be good about it, but I am sorely mistaken, and I realize my mistake afterwards when I get attacked and lose some max HP, and that is just a really bad thing for me to be doing. And so then I go into a fight, and I'm just like, oh, do. Let's make sure that our weapons are a decent thing so we can actually win this fight, even though it turns out to be a pretty easy fight in the end. But I'm sorry. I spoiled how easy this fight was going to be for me. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't realize how that would be. Anyway. So yeah. I don't really know what to say because I think that this whole thing was more interesting the first time, and also I recorded several more parts afterwards, so anything that I wanted to say I pretty much already said. And yeah, I guess I might just rant about my microphone, but I already said that at the beginning of the new part, so I guess I don't need to. And I think that's kind of weird how it's going to be like it's like a time paradox, because it's like I'm recording this after I already did the other part, so I know what happened, but you guys aren't going to see that stuff until after you've already seen this part. So it's like a time paradox of some sort. It is like I am able to see the future or something, man. That is just so cool. Oh man, that's just crazy. I know exactly what to expect, and I know exactly where this ends, and all of the results of everything that I'm going to do, and it's just like I am just rewatching a movie that I already did, and that is exactly what it is. I'm rewatching a video that I already made, but yeah, so I think the first time I was kind of a lot more worried about what I was going to do, and so I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, because that is going to be a good thing, and I was pretty much just talking about my reasoning and why I would do such a thing. But I don't know what my reasoning was anymore, because I'm not back there in that puny time of when everything was just like crappy and I was not good at anything. even though that was only like an hour ago, or probably less. But I don't really know when it was. But I'm going to just continue talking and act like I don't ever use a period, because eventually, if I keep just talking like this, it will probably completely fill the time, and you will not have to worry about any of that whole, stuff where I am not that entertaining at all, and I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, but who cares? Anyway, let's just keep going. And why am I taking so long? Oh, right, that is because I want Lena to use Arrow Rain, because I am pretty sure that it is going to finish the enemies off in style, since they have such low HP. But I'm pretty sure that it might not end up working out, because I'm dumb like that, and or Lena is just dumb like that and doesn't shoot the right thing, because it's supposed to be like each shot is supposed to hit a random enemy calculated separately, so there was a good chance of me hitting both of them, but obviously that didn't happen, and so I didn't get a really cool finish of having a special finisher, which made me end up with not as good of a ending to that battle, and I ended up with not as good of an item coming from it, which is pretty much the main reason for trying to do well at a battle. So yeah, then I saved just because I felt like it. Oh, and then there was this part. Hold on a second, because there was a part that I just realized that I was supposed to edit out of this next part, because it kind of turned into a mess, and I will explain once I get to that point and I'm done with it. I'm like, oh gosh, guys, this doesn't work. Okay, I am back now. Do you remember way back when I said that there was like basically a cheat that stopped there from being any time limits on the things, those mini games? What happened there was it actually like what am I thinking exactly? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, it made it so that rhythm thing wouldn't go forward. So basically what I did was I just cut out the part where I am removing the cheat once and for all. And at this point in time, I was pretty much saying that I was going to, change and finally have a, make it work. Oh gosh. And I was going to be legitimate at all of the mini games. I noticed that this guy went straight to maximum thing, and this enemy is pretty interesting because of what he does now. You could say that it's a really, 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 really long battle, or you could say that it's a pretty short battle, depending on what you consider being in the battle or not. So if you think that the fact that we just started being at something else means that the battle is over for now, then it's a really short battle. But considering that we didn't beat it and that we kind of have to beat it later, it turns out that it is also somewhat of a long battle. And also, yeah, this whole thing with the one character being missing, it's completely random which one of the two girls it actually is. And now we have this battle to do, and I'm just kind of at that point I was just kind of considering my weapon choice to see if I would change it based on Lena not being there, but I decided not really, because 4 weapons seems, it depends on the situation. Sometimes it's a really harsh limitation. Other times you realize that you're not even going to use all 4. Sometimes I put together a team and a weapon combination where all 3 of them are just going to end up using 1. And that is actually something that ends up happening in the later episode that already happened for me and isn't going to happen yet till later for you, because of the weirdness of how thing to work with this whole cool time traveling thing that I'm going to keep ranting about all the time. Oh man, I'm getting thirsty. Hang on. Aha, okay, that was good. Sorry, just this constant babbling and not actually playing the game is basically just making my throat really dry and making me feel like my speech is really dry and not that interesting. But then again, that is pretty much what every LPer ends up saying at some point. And it seems like the more you talk about how uninteresting you are, the more people will end up liking you. So basically, people like people who don't like themselves for some strange reason. And it's not really that they don't like themselves, because they do like themselves. It's just that they keep acting like they are so bored with themselves. And that is pretty much just how it works. And yeah, I guess that is just what people find entertaining. Well, I haven't done that, so I guess that means I'm not very entertaining. Ha ha ha, look at me. I am doing the exact same thing on purpose by making fun of myself. That is going to make me instantly more popular on the internet, right? Oh no, that level 3 thing did not finish it off. I was so disappointed when that happened. Oh my gosh. That was weird. Anyway. Oh no, it's doing a really powerful attack, which is not powerful at all because these enemies are really stupid and weak. But, yeah, I think that once we're done with this battle and in the middle of the dialogue, this video will be over and we'll get back to me doing the original commentary, and I won't sound so weird, and you'll hear the actual sound of the game, and it'll all be good again. So, but maybe if you've been watching my LPs, please tell me in the comments if you prefer this kind of just stupid, the snarkiness that I am just not using. That I guess I'm not really being snarky or anything. I'm just kind of saying stuff that is irrelevant and making fun of the me from 1 hour ago and all that stupid stuff, as opposed to just me saying stuff while I play the game and just talking about my own reasoning. Oh wait, I guess that it was in the middle of that particular thing that I ended the video, so I guess that is it, guys. Goodbye.